found your face.
My face is right here.
It is. Right here on the Greatest Show Online, or the Greatest Show.
We're just the greatest show.
Yeah. And we just happen to be online.
Right. It's true. I'm getting a phone call, and I'm not going to answer it.
Good call.
I thought so. I mean, I am on the air. I shouldn't be taking a phone call with you on the air.
What if it's emergency?
It's from work. It's not an emergency.
No, that's not an emergency at all then.
Right. Well, Bob, it's been like 3 weeks.
It has. Last weekend, I went to the Renaissance Festival.
That's because I was 80 miles from home, also, and I didn't want to get up because I was tired. I actually sent you that message and then rolled over and went back to sleep.
Cool.
I feel terrible.
Excuse me. Here's my new obsession.
Oh, you froze there a second. Oh, there.
Yeah.
That is a Bobix cube.
Yes. I just always thought that you can't just figure these out. There has to be a trick to it. And I was looking online, and I'll be damned if there isn't. So I can get one side really easily. I can get the top sides of that side real easily. I can get the centers all the same, and I can get, some of the ones on the. So I'm working on the bottom row right now. So I mean, I can mix it up, and I can get this far like very, very easily. And this is the tough part: is this very last one right here.
And you watch the videos of the guy just flicking it and flicking it and flicking it up and down, and boom, it's done. And you're like, wait a second.
Yeah. The one-handed method.
Yeah. And it takes me 6 hours, and I can only get one side.
Yeah, there is an actual method to it, and to the point where I'm at now, there's things you have to memorize, like the what's the one where you have to go the fort, and then the FRT, and then RTF. So you have to go the front side, and then the right side, and then the top, and then reverse over here, and I'm at the complicated part where you have to remember things like that. The other one was upright, up, right. I'm at the complicated part where you have to remember stuff. So I got down to, before I did this, I had 2 pieces that were reversed, and I couldn't figure it out. But other than that, the whole cube was done, except for 2 pieces that I just had to reverse. And in doing that, I was like, okay, well, let me try this, and it's screwed up. Start over again. So that's my new obsession. It's been around forever.
Yes, it has. On a totally unrelated note, if you all are watching the feed, which you have to because it's only on YouTube at this point, you should notice in both of our lower thirds that we both have a web address to go to. That would be patreon.com/EmeraldSpectre.
Spectre. Yep.
I closed down Lime Flavored, and I launched Emerald Spectre earlier this year. Well, a couple months ago. 6 months. 3 or 4 months ago. And everybody's been doing the Patreon thing lately, which is, for those that don't know, you can pledge $1, 50 cents, whatever, monthly to pay us to do what we're doing. And since this is the only actively running show at the moment, I thought this would be the one to go ahead and explain that on. If we can get enough donations Patreon-wise, I'll say, if you go to the page, you can look at what the milestone goals are. But I'm going to throw one out there just for our viewers/listeners, and that'll be, if we can get to $100 a month, I will put this show back out on a podcast feed, both audio and video, not just right. So
that
then
is
you
totally worth it.
right. So $100 a month, and what that'll do is that will give Bob half, well, maybe half, maybe a quarter. Because it's for the whole website. So it's all the articles I'm writing. It's for the live audio show that I'm planning on starting up in the near future, which would be probably at the beginning of the year. And I'm very realistic. So if I don't have a lot going on with the Patreon, I mean, I'll do what I can. But if we hit those milestone goals listed on the Patreon page, I will do those things. And I'll add more. What?
I'm not very realistic, no. In fact, if I was any less realistic, I'd be a cartoon.
But there are certain milestone goals. So that if we're making $5,000 a month, for instance, Bob, you'll get half, and we'll be doing this full time.
That would be great. That would be awesome.
Right.
You know, that is not much. I mean, you know, when you figure about how many people would have to donate, $1 a month to watch a show like this, totally worth it.
Now, of the shows, of the podcasts that I actively listen to, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of them have Patreon campaigns. One of them I thought would have a lot of donators, but they're barely getting $40 a month. There's a actual play podcast, The Ninth of the Night. They're not even getting $40 a month yet, or maybe they just peaked over 40.
Is that one you're playing in?
No, I'm just listening. But that's one I'm actually thinking of donating to, because I want them to keep doing that, and I would give $1 a month. I could do that. It's $12 a year.
We could totally play, dude. You and me. Yeah. I got some friends who are dying to play Werewolf. You know anything about the Werewolf game?
You're gonna be impressed with this, Bob.
What?
I am learning Fate Core.
Fate?
Yes.
Fate's pretty cool. That's with the fudge dice, or Fate dice, they call it now.
Well, the fudge is the old names, and when Fate kind of took over, they just renamed it to Fate. But yeah, I would like to be a player, but I will certainly run something Fate-based. And I'm noticing with what I'm doing that it's a lot easier.
Do you have anybody who wants to play?
I only know of one person, Bob.
Really? Who's that?
His name is Bob.
Oh, hey, my name's Bob.
It would be you!
Awesome.
Although you are not the only Bob I know.
Everybody should know at least one Bob.
I actually know about 6.
Anybody out there who's not listening, right after the show, go out into the world and find a Bob and become friends with him. And donate to Patreon.
I'm not friends with you because the other Bobs that I know, I all work with, and I don't want to be their friends.
I'm pretty good Bob to know.
You are.
In fact, every friend that I have has got a friend named Bob. Yeah. Oh, it's me though. But every friend that I have does have a friend named Bob. And it's me.
Yes, that's good. Hey, here's some enticement. If we can get $20,000 a month for Patreon, Bob and I will podcast full-time in the same location, because I will fly to Bob, or Bob will fly to me, more than likely. Because $20,000 a month, I'll build a goddamn studio.
That would be awesome. That would be amazing. Yeah.
In that case, I would also be hiring other talent, which means Bob wouldn't just be podcasting. He would be an employee.
Yes. I mean, imagine the possibilities of that, doing this full time, where you don't have to worry about a job. Well, I mean, you would have to worry about a job because this would be it. But we could have a camera crew. We could have somebody who does the editing for us. All we have to do is show up and be awesome. I could be awesome in my sleep.
Well, I always, Bob, you are awesome in your sleep.
I am.
I know. I've watched you sleep.
Because that's not creepy, like, at all. I mean, Santa does it.
I'm kind of like Santa.
Yeah.
No, Bob and I were roommates in the Navy. When he
Yeah.
snored, I was awake. When I snored, he was awake.
So anybody out there's got your mind in the gutter, well, you're probably happy. That's...
Probably. Yeah. We haven't told Navy stories in a really long time. I know that Trisha misses our Navy stories.
Yeah. Not at all.
She does not miss our Navy stories. If you notice behind me, I changed the VHS tapes. Now I got the kid with the golden arm. Boy, that's really hard to see with the glare.
It's quick.
And the Three Evil Masters. That's not much better. It's the glare coming in from the window. I can't do much about it. I am Superman today, though.
Nice.
Which is why I was flexing earlier, because I got some guns now. Well, little guns. Flex those things. Come on! Come on, Bob.
Bob Smash. I dropped. I was at 265. Now I'm at 240.
I hate you.
Dude, this is the least that I've weighed in a long time. Like a lot of years now.
I weigh myself before I go to bed every night, and I weigh myself every morning. Now, some people think that might be obsessive, but what I'm doing is I'm tracking my eating habits. So, like yesterday, I thought I ate pretty poorly, and I did. And I actually went to bed 2 pounds heavier than the night before, so I was 260.2, 260.6, something like that. And normally, from night to the morning, it's a 2 or 3 pound weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
Normally. This morning, okay, first off, 2 mornings ago. 2 mornings ago? Yesterday morning.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yesterday morning, I weighed 255 point something. This morning, I weighed 253.6, which means I lost almost 7 pounds from last night to this morning. I thought I ate pretty poorly, but I'm happy with what happened there, and I guess I am naturally eating better, and now I took that 6 weeks off from the gym, and now I'm going back to the gym again. So I'm only doing it 3 times a week, and I'm about to have somebody who actually competes in fitness, bodybuilding type things work out with me when I get back from vacation, so that I can get really buff looking.
Nice. I was thinking things and I lost it there, but oh, I've been exercising on Saturdays. Now I haven't been going to the gym. I'm not big on going to the gym, but we do go out into a field and we beat the hell out of each other with foam weapons, and that's a lot of exercise. I mean, I die a lot. Yes, very cardio. I gotta show you my axe. I like my axe.
Okay. As long as it's not your ex, because I don't like her.
No, here's my axe. It's like foam, and you can beat things with it. It has the 7 on there for Shadow Chaser 7. That was our group that we had for a while. But yes, this is one of my weapons that we use. So I have a shield that goes on my arm, and I have my axe, and I hit things.
It's cardio.
Cardio. It's very cardio. Yes.
So it sounds like what you're doing is only cardio, and I am just the opposite. I hardly do any cardio.
Oh.
And I need. Yeah, because cardio is important. So I need to start doing it.
Yeah. I can start going to the gym, and you can start beating people with foam.
Or Or I can just walk, ride bike, or run a whole lot more, and you can start lifting weights around the house. Because my brother-in-law had a bunch of weights at my in-laws' house that he didn't take with him to Portland, so we went to look at them, and there was 2 dumbbells, which are the Bowflex Select Tech, which means those are the ones where they're a barbell, and you stick them into the container, and you twist the end to determine how much weight they weigh, and then when you pull them up, some of the plates stay. So, and my competitor friend, she's like, oh, how did you get those? And I'm like, well, they were free also, and that's all he had. So I was like, yeah, this because that's what I would have wanted anyway, because then I don't have to keep 12 sets of dumbbells, one for each. Oh,
I have this thing, this little weight lifting thing. Behind me here, I've got a weight bench chilling over there. It's under stuff right now. Over there's an elliptical.
Okay.
There's the treadmills in the house. I do a lot of work. Is just, man, I work at a trailer factory, and I'm the shear guy. So I'm lifting a metal sheet, putting it on a machine, and every time I lift above my head, because that's the easiest way of carrying something that's big and awkward. Because if you carry it in front of you, the weight's in front of you, and it's not good for your back. So I lift everything over my head. So I've got these sheets of steel that I'm just like, bam, I don't know how many of these things I do in a day. And then when I'm playing ant guard, I wear steel.
Well, and how much does that weigh?
This one here, I'm thinking only weighs about 20, 30 pounds.
But see, that's 20, 30 pounds that you're not normally carrying, and therefore that is also helping you with your weight loss.
Yes. Yeah. It's not like you can see through it. I mean, you should not be able to see through these, and it smells funny. But it's not a very tight weave. But I mean, it's got some heft to it.
Well, you know somebody that can make something tighter weave for yourself.
The other one that I'm working on is amazing, but it's hardly enough to go around my gut. But it's a really tight weave, steel, and the whole thing is only about maybe 50 pounds what I got so far, and it's not even a shirt. It's just a strip so far. It's right here, so give me just a second. So here's the strip that I've got. And this one's heavy.
And that's hardly enough
to
cover your gut.
Well, it might now. So it just barely comes together here in front.
Well, see, then there's a good reason for you to want to get to lose a little bit more weight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, granted, I could just make it bigger, but it'd be a lot more enjoyable to lose weight. And
well, here is why you don't want to just make it bigger. You want to make it as tight as possible. So if you can fit into it by sealing up that line right there, I would seal it up. And here's why. Let's say you get that thing done being tight, and you're wearing it, and you're running around, you're smacking people with your axe, and all's happy. All that sweating and all that extra weight that you're carrying, 6 to 8 weeks after you start wearing it, you're going to lose another 5 to 10 pounds. Now you're going to fit into it comfortably. If you make it larger, then you're going to have to take links out to make it fit again.
Right. Yeah. Now this one's a lot heavier.
Yeah.
I don't know how well you can see it, but this is what they call a 6-in-1, meaning every ring has got 6 other rings going through it.
I know what that means.
Huh?
I know what that means.
Yeah. I dig my chainmail stuff. The thing that we were supposed to do yesterday was you bring things that you make, and they judge it, and you get awards for it. So I did bring a bunch of my stuff. This is another knit that I like. This one is called this the first shirt, the one that's actually a shirt, that's 4-in-1. This here is 4-in-1 double knit, where it's just like the 4-in-1, except everything's doubled up,
Yes.
and it looks cool.
It does look cool.
It's always reminded me of like a basket weavy type thing, wicker. It looks wickerish.
Hey, Bob.
What?
Would you like to meet Groot?
What? Yeah, totally. Awesome.
Groot is our avocado tree. Groot has really been growing the bejesus out of the last couple of months.
Yeah. Oh, I remember she was getting a little upset because it wasn't doing anything. And now I was unaware that avocados grew on trees.
Apparently they do, because that's an avocado. It's going to be an avocado tree. Now, someone thought that they could grow an avocado tree and we could have it in Portland, as a avocado producing thing, but apparently you need a lot of room for that, and I don't.
They grow 40 feet.
Because they grow 40 feet. So yeah. So what we're going to do is keep it as a house plant apparently. So it'll be trimmed. So it'll never produce fruit, I don't think. But
you can trim them quite a bit though. If they're like other plants, like we've got pear trees out here, apple trees, and all that. And the thing is that each of the pear trees, you got to cut. There's a lot of work to that stuff. There's probably at least 2 foot of growth every year that you have to cut off, because if you don't, it just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. So you chop it off. I mean, I've chopped off like about level with the roof.
Right.
And then the following year, there it is again, another 2-3 feet above the house. So I got to keep chopping it down. Dude, that is a really good Popeye. That is really good.
Oh, I ran my ankle into the top of my foot pretty hard.
What a terrible time to start doing impersonations. Oh, it's just okay. Gotcha. Yeah. You all right?
I am I. Now.
You got special medicine for stuff like that. Bud Light, Coors Light also is a...
Speaking of Coors Light, I saw Will Wheaton the other night. Apparently he was at a bar, and he posted on Twitter that apparently the guy's drinking Coors Light. So should I give him a urinal cake just to complete the experience?
Wow.
I don't drink beer because I think I'm allergic to the hops, because I have a reaction to beer, all beer. It's unfortunate, since beer seems to be the most plentiful liquid on earth, but...
I would like to make my own.
You'd like to what?
To make my own beer. I would like to make my own beer.
Okay. Make it without hops.
I don't know nothing about making beer though. So I mean, it might all require hops. Instead of a hops, I'll put in like a rabbit.
I see on your lower third there that the date is 9/7/14.
It is.
Did you know what happens in 12 days, Bob?
What happens in 12 days?
It be International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
What? Already? Didn't we just have that last year?
We have one every year. Arr. That's
You know-
where we get together, talk like pirates, and tell terrible jokes all day long.
Arr.
Arr.
That's cool.
You know how pirates started saying "R"? The first mate on the ship came up to the captain one day, and he says, "The cannons be ready, Captain." And the captain looks over at him and goes, "R." Captains are. Cannons are ready. Captains be ready. He's just correcting the grammar, and now it's a...
Nice.
I know it was very loud. Did you hear Trisha's eyeballs rolling? Because that was very loud over here.
Nice.
Yeah. You know what else starts at 12 days?
Talk like a pirate.
I said what else? The other thing. The 50th Mr. Olympia competition.
Oh, I don't watch that.
I'm going, well, and the 19th is the day they do all the women's stuff, the Miss Olympia, the Bikini Olympia, and the Fitness Olympia. And then the 20th is when they do the Mr. Olympia. So I'm going to be watching because it's the 50th, and because I'm into this bodybuilding thing now, I want to be inspired. And, well, I'm going to watch the 19th because I'm going to watch the ladies.
I want to be a bodybuilder. You know, like fucking build robots and shit with bodies. I want just like me, with more hair, because my hair's getting thin back here. Yeah.
Chin hawk, Bob. Chin hawk.
Yeah, I need a chin hawk.
That's your challenge. Is next week. Next week? Next week, on the 14th, you need a chin hawk.
Did we just have a 14th last month?
Yeah, we have one every month. We're also going to do something special for October 32nd.
What's October 32nd?
It's a Threns Day.
Because there is no... Right. So, October, I do indeed like the October time because I don't get a chance to go camping anymore. I really, really like camping, and I don't get a chance to do that. And the first and second week in October is Halloween camping. Halloween camping. That's like two awesome things slammed together into an awesome thing.
Now, I'm going to blow your mind here, Bob. And maybe it's because I'm just getting old, or maybe it's because I don't have any reason to do it. But Halloween has gotten less and less exciting every year, as has July 4th, because, you know, as a kid, you're like, I get to dress up and go get candy, and I get to watch fireworks. And now I'm 20 years older, and I'm like, I get to get eaten by mosquitoes in the open, and candy makes you fat.
You know, it's a common misconception that people have about candy. No, it really does make you fat, but on the positive side, it's still fun. But yeah, it does make you. It's not good for you. But
Down with fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Which is in candy.
In all candy?
Well, most candy. Like peanut butter cups don't have high fructose corn syrup in them.
Oh.
If you read the label of candy, you're going to find a lot of high fructose corn syrup in a lot of stuff. And there was a commercial for Pepsi, cherry Pepsi, and vanilla Pepsi made with real sugar the other day, and I was like, oh, yay! And then it said at the end of the commercial that it was for a limited time, and I'm like, oh, come on, Pepsi, come on. You could have done so much, and you didn't. It's just...
There's that drink that I'm drinking now, which is the reason why I'm losing so much weight, is that I have a shake that I drink in the mornings, and then I drink 2 to 3 of these drinks. There's no sugar in it, and they are so full of like vitamins, minerals, and stuff. But they're energy drinks. So not only is it good stuff that you're putting into you, but it also makes you super, super hyper, and thus burning calories faster. Yay! So what's the noise?
I don't know. Let's check what the noise is. What's the noise?
I'm grinding coffee beans.
She's grinding coffee beans.
Wow. Okay. It sounded a lot better that way. It sounded like she says raining puppies, which
Raining.
I had no idea why that would sound like that.
Yes, raining puppies does not sound like coffee beans being ground. You know what time it is, Bob?
It is time for a Mad Lib.
Yes, and we really need one here because it's been a long time. It's been a long time since we had a Mad Lib.
Withdrawals.
That's not very professional, but I'm going to do it on air anyway.
What you guys don't see is there's a person sitting right over there going.
It's true. Oh, I found it, Bob.
Oh, you did.
I did. Adjective.
An adjective is a description thing.
Yes.
Colorful.
Colorful. Oops. Colorful. Colorful. Okay.
Full of colors. Like
I need a plural noun, and I'm going to go with lobotomies. Noun, Bob.
Chicago.
Chicago. Something alive, plural. Let's see.
Rocks.
Rocks.
Live rock. Rock lobster.
Dun, 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 dun. Rock lobster. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I'm gonna go with moose because I can use it as singular or plural. Vehicle.
Pony.
Okay. I need a plural noun, and I'm gonna go with space station. Celebrity female, Bob.
We'll go with Joan Rivers because Joan Rivers is gone now.
Okay. Ooh, I need a celebrity male. I'm gonna go with
Do it.
do what?
I don't know.
Whoops. I'm gonna go with Keanu Reeves. Type of food.
Italian.
Okay. Something alive, plural, again. I'm gonna hand this one off to you, Bob.
Oh. Something alive.
Plural.
Robot us's. No, because they're not really.
They're not alive.
Johnny Five. Johnny Five is alive.
Johnny Fives because it's plural.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, occupation.
This one's crazy. I don't think we've done this one before.
Nope. Proctologist is what I'm going with.
Yeah. It's the first one that popped into my mind.
Plural noun.
Co-hosts.
Co-hosts. I like that. Ooh, I get to do a plural noun. Nude beaches.
Which would be a good place for your co-hosts.
Yes. Verb ending in ing.
Fighting.
Fighting.
Fight. And then this corner.
I need a type of sport, and I'm going to go with chess. And you get to finish this out, Bob, with a plural noun.
Haha! So many to choose from. I'll go with ice cubes.
Ice cubes. All right, here we go. Computers are cool. Can you believe all the colorful things you can do on a computer? You can find out anything from where to buy the latest lobotomies to how to make delicious Chicago. I love to use my computer to find out cool facts like how many moose live in the ocean, tips on how to ride my cool pony. My older sister loves to surf the web to find out how to paint her space stations and learn to learn the latest gossip on Joan Rivers and Keanu Reeves. Oh, that wasn't very funny.
Yeah.
My mom likes to use the computer too. She loves to find recipes for her favorite Italian or how to grow beautiful Johnny Fives for our garden. But my dad uses the computer more than all of us put together. Since he's a proctologist, he finds it useful to make co-hosts to keep track of how many nude beaches his company is fighting. But sometimes I catch him looking up the scores of his favorite chess team, the Ice Cubes.
Wow. The proctologist looking at beach porn.
Well, he's fighting them. He's fighting beaches.
Fight.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bad one. I mean, we've had better.
We have had better. I'm a little let down by that one actually.
Les Sai.
Les Sai.
That's French.
Well, that's putting a French word in front of an English word and saying like that.
Nah, that's like El Crazio.
Yes, it is El Crazio, or it would have been better El Wacko.
So who's playing?
That would be the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs.
My brother went to a Notre Dame game yesterday.
What channel is football on?
That would be 12.
12.
I don't like necessarily college. I don't watch any college stuff because I want to see the good players all the time rather than just the couple of good players on a team. And I don't even want the potential of seeing a 77-0 game.
I want to see matchups. Like the best football team. No. Check this out. The worst football team against the best baseball team. So they get all those baseball players out on the football field. And when they're done, they put the worst baseball team and the best football team with the football players playing baseball. Just kind of matchups.
I think they should put every single baseball player in a ship and fly them to the moon.
Moon baseball.
Well, I'm actually hoping that the ship goes and crashes into the moon and explodes.
They might put a big old hole in the moon.
That's fine. We would be rid of all the baseball players then.
Baseball is like that's the sport that you start out learning when you're young. That's what like opens you up to sports.
I have to go with soccer.
I never played soccer.
Soccer is the sport that requires the least amount of equipment.
A ball.
A ball. Baseball, you require a ball and a stick to hit it with.
It's true.
And then sports like football and hockey, if you're not wearing all of the gear, you're going to get hurt.
You do have to wear the gear. Right. Golf. Golf is a terrible. You don't learn that as a child usually, unless you come from like a family of golf players.
And I don't mind playing golf, but I don't want to watch golf ever.
Yeah, there's no point in watching that.
I think
one of the games that we played, one of the sports that we played when we were in the military, was I believe you were one of the ones who played with us. Handball.
What's handball?
With the big blue ball, and you went into a room that had like a line on the wall, and you just like, I would hit it against the wall and then get out of the way, and then the next person would get in there and have to hit it. And
No, I never did that.
Oh, I thought you were one of the ones who played with us.
I
Because
did.
there was in Puerto Rico, there was the gym in Puerto Rico. We went there occasionally, and we played.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Huh. Should have been.
Could have been.
Wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, I'm tired, Bob.
Why?
Because I'm not sleeping enough.
You should. You should sleep more.
Sleep more.
Huh?
I should sleep more.
I keep picking this damn thing up. I can't keep it down. I booby trapped myself by leaving this out the other day. The day that I bought it, I was playing with it and I left it on the table. So the next morning I'm like, I need to grab a box of Pop-Tarts to take to work with me. So I come out in the apartment and I see all these colors. 10 minutes later I go back into the house. No Pop-Tarts. I left for work.
Pop-Tarts
I know, right?
high fructose corn syrup too, so it's probably good that you left them.
I don't eat them very often anymore. I was eating them oftener.
I think that you would get more satisfaction out of a Pop-Tart if you took it and smashed it with a hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob.
And the little pieces,
No.
because they're small now, squishy. What I was doing for a while is I was taking it and breaking them up and putting them on my cereal, and then putting the milk in like I would cereal.
Oh, dear Lord. How did you lose weight, Bob? Jeez, you're eating more calories in a meal than I eat all day.
Not so much anymore. Hey, Brain. Brain? Yeah. Grab me one of those shakes. Bring it in here, please. Just the package. I'm grabbing one of those boxes of this stuff here. Rah, 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 rah. Oh, I made. Thanks, Brain. So this is what I've been taking. And I was told to take the meal that you have the most hard time with and replace it with a meal replacing shake. This one here is chocolate. And it's good. And there's only 220 calories. Vitamin A and D and K and C, B6, B12, zinc, copper, magnesium. It's full of stuff. See all the stuff?
I do see all the stuff.
I keep it inside. So I've been drinking one of those in the morning, and it fills me up. And so at work, I don't need to work. Or I might get a donut when the donut lady comes. Not because I'm hungry, because they're fucking donuts.
Wait, you fuck your donuts?
No, I get the one without the hole. It's it's a roll one. See, I did change that. I was getting the ones, the Long Johns that were full of the sugary stuff inside, just a big old blob of sugar down the middle. And I don't get those ones anymore. I get the cinnamon roll. It's glazed with a chocolate thing on top. Now, granted, it's still a donut. It's still loaded with sugar, but it doesn't have that river of sugar down the middle. So,
well, since we're going to Portland, we are going to be near what's called Voodoo Donut. You should look up Voodoo Donut on the internet.
dude, that's amazing.
That we're going to go to Voodoo Donut?
That there actually exist Voodoo Donuts.
Well, they're not. It's not no. It's just called Voodoo Donut. But you should go and do a web search, Bob. Voodoo Donut.
That's amazing. So you stick pins in them, and your enemies feel it.
I don't believe you stick pins in them. I think you just eat the donuts.
And your enemy feels it.
Sure.
Awesome.
Whatever makes you happiest, Bob.
I'm in a good mood. I'm tired, and I actually this stuff here. This is the stuff that wakes me up. I drink like 3 of these a day. It's sugar-free, but it has caffeine in it.
I don't do meal replacements. What I do is protein shakes and Hey, wait a second here. What's that? Spark energy drink.
Yes. But sugar-free and sharpens mental focus.
Is that laced with bull semen?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Ooh, what is that?
Chocolate chip scones.
It's Trisha's gonna make us chocolate chip scones.
Ooh. They look awesome.
They're looking pretty awesome.
I liked buttermilk chocolate chip scones.
Buttermilk.
Because I had buttermilk teas.
Chocolate chip scones.
But there's way, way, way less sugar and butter in these than there is in the chocolate chip cookie recipe. So we'll give it a try.
Okay. Bob, I'd like to invite you to do something.
Okay.
I would like you to become a regular column writer / podcaster on EmeraldSpectre.com.
I like to write stuff.
Well, there you go.
You have to just let me know where, the how, you gotta kind of walk me through it, because I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to most things.
Well, I'll hook you up with that, because right now I'm writing 5, and I will be soon writing 6 and possibly 7 columns a week. And if I scale that back, that leaves time for you.
What kind of column? What kind of things you write about?
I'm writing about anything that interests me. So I write about writing, I write about role-playing games, I write about Ingress, I write about soccer, I write about fantasy football, I write about how life imitates wrestling,
Fitness.
I write about fitness, I'm going to be writing about chess, I write reviews of movies, I write reviews of Doctor Who.
I like movies and Doctor Who. I'll put those over on this hand, and I'll put the other ones over on... Damn it! I lost track.
It's okay.
I like those 5 though.
I basically I'm writing a whole bunch. So some of the stuff I'm rotating, and other stuff I'm just writing weekly. Yeah, if I had another contributor, and we could get your friends contributing to the Patreon campaign to get us to write more and podcast more, so that we can do this full time.
Speaking of which, when we play, because I want to play, games such as Werewolf, Vampire, even the Fate game that you were referring to, do you have a group of people there who want to play, or shall I supply people who want to play here?
You're going to supply people because I don't know anybody, and that I don't know anybody that wants to play the type of game I want to play. So let's say that I'm going to play Vampire. Okay, let's say I'm going to run a Vampire game. What I want to run involves little to no combat.
Ooh.
I want the political and social machinations to take over. I don't mind social combat, but I don't want someone's first instinct to go, I draw my gun and blast him in the face. Well, then every vampire in the room jumps on you, eats you to death, you turn to ash, goodbye, hit the bricks.
Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad because I didn't realize I just opened up the question and answer thing, and I see that we have questions on here.
How can we have questions? We've had no viewers this entire time.
Kevin Lama, the celebrity male, he answered Ozzy Osbourne.
Holy buckets! I've had no viewers. What's going on?
Kevin, how you doing, man? You still there?
Are you still there, Kevin? Because we're not showing any viewers. I'm gonna clear out these questions. Sorry. Yeah, we didn't know. Except we had 0 viewers.
What drink were we referring to? Were we talking about this drink? My drinky drink?
Maybe. No, I think that was. Well, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it can't be left over from like last week because I mean,
He is still here. Why aren't you showing up as a viewer, Kevin?
there you are.
Hey, I'm down with that style of vampire. Yes. Yes, you can play. Because I would like to take whatever game I run and make an actual play out of it. And I want to do it in the style the Knights of the Night do it. Whereas we play vampire, a thing, and maybe we switch GMs, and then that GM runs werewolf, and then we switch GMs, and then that GM runs something fate-based, and then we switch and go back to vampire, and then we add another game into the mix and just keep doing that. El Vigorinos.
Dude, that's totally Spanish. For us's.
Oh, well, I'm very sad that Kevin. Well, I'm happy that he's here and he's a viewer, but I'm still very sad that it's not showing up as a viewer. So I wonder how many viewers we've had this whole time.
Thousands.
Drink was at the 15-minute game.
I wonder if he's watching the game too.
Could be. Minute mark, rather. 15-minute mark. Hey, Kevin, would you give us money for Patreon? You don't have to, but I mean, it would be nice. It's a nice way of e-begging. Because I would like to do this full time, and I would like Bob to be able to do this full time too, and I would like to have a studio so that there's not this background stuff going on. Then I can have big old chunky earphones and this microphone. Hey, everybody.
Look how much background I have.
Can you use your Beats headphones for this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I would create a studio. What I'm saying is just headphones, so that I could be. We just watched an episode of Psych where they were on a radio, and it was Gus. Play a Gus. Gus the player.
Gus.
Player named Gus, and he kept talking into the radio like this was the way it was supposed to be.
I remember that one. Yeah.
And we're a little behind. So yeah, I would love that. I wonder if Kevin's Patreoning right now.
So I would like. There are so many games that I want to play, and how uber awesome would it be to be able to play these games all the time and get paid for it on top of it.
I think your Patreon account should also help pay for an amazing kitchen that I can cook in with a nice island to put the camera on so that you can see everything I'm doing.
And then Bob and I can do commentary on competitive cooking. Competitive solo cooking?
Yes.
We can cook solos.
Well, I opened up a Patreon page and nothing happened. But no, not watching the game. Hockey starts end of this month, and donations. I could do some. I'm a college student. See, there's the kicker. It's a monthly thing, just to be warned. But we would love to do, and I would even post topics at a time, and I would make Bob stay with those topics. At least we could have a theme running through the show, at least.
We both bounce around on topics so very much.
I point you in a direction, I just kind of follow.
My team is winning. Your team is losing.
My team won on Thursday.
There wasn't a Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, it just said 1st and 10 against New Orleans.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks beat the Green Bay Packers, and because we're moving to Portland, I'm going to have two NFL teams, the Falcons, who are losing right now apparently, and the Seahawks, because they're the local team. Now, I told somebody the other day that you should really support the local team, but my local team around here is either the Green Bay Packers or the Minnesota Vikings, and I can't stand either one of them. So I'm only going to support
Holy gas. Why? Because they got big axes? Nah.
Oh, okay.
That was a game I wanted to play with my game thing is just like football, except you've got your football and a sword.
It's a Blood Bowl.
Okay. Or
Yeah,
axe works.
I would like to. I would like to have an actual play. Yeah. So.
That'd be great.
And it could be video, or it can just be audio. Or we could play on video and just record it and then have audio. But I am going to do the live audio show, and I am limited to an hour until I can afford to upgrade Mixler to something new. And the only way I can upgrade Mixler is if I have regular Patreon contributors.
There you go. There's the plug.
I have Doctor Who little figurines up here, and I should have a signed, autographed, personalized autographed picture of Colin Baker coming to me, but I don't know where it's at because it hasn't come yet.
Nice. What do you think of the new Doctor, the old man?
I like him a lot better. In fact, I like him so much I have completely forgotten who the guy before was. That makes me happy.
Wow. See, I did not like the guy before. Like the first few episodes that he was in, I did not like him at all. But he grew on me really quickly. I mean, he was like, I ended up becoming to like him. But the old David Tennant, that was a hard act to follow. He was pretty good.
I am very tired of the guy has to be between 21 and 31, and that's the only age that the Doctor can be from here on out, because then the kids won't like him. But it's proving that Peter Capaldi, who is the Doctor now at the same age William Hartnell was when he took over, is just as interesting, if not more so. In fact, I like Peter Capaldi more because they have gone and changed the format more closely to the classic style of episode rather than the new style. Because I gotta be here, I gotta be there, I gotta be here, I gotta be there, I gotta be there. That it gets old after a while. Take some time and develop the character.
I like the fact that they're mixing up now. All these seasons that's happened, they're just now starting to mix in knowledge of other Doctors. Like he has had previous, not experiences, but previous incantations of himself, or whatever, however you'd put that. Like there was a world that he was in. I think it was the Rings of something. And she asked him, "Have you been here before?" And he says, "Yes, a long time ago, with my granddaughter." It's like that's pretty cool, because his companion was his granddaughter in the first Doctor. Is that what it was?
Susan.
So Tricia says, Susan." Yes.
So to reference that, I thought was pretty cool.
Sorry, I'm looking down there. Okay. We have a viewer, and I'm hoping it's Kevin finally showing up as the viewer, because we have a 1 now instead of 0.
That's cool.
Oh, Bob, do you know what time it is?
What? Is it 2:22 my time?
Yeah.
I do.
That's an hour after we started.
What?
Right.
Has it been an hour?
It has been an hour.
Ooh, quick! Let's talk about something else. Toys.
No. I was going to do a double-length extravaganza today, but I have things I need to do.
Like extravaganzas?
Kind of. Like, more like going out to eat lunch, and then making the wife exercise at home with my Select Tech weights, and then maybe cleaning some house. Because, we're at the stage of the house cleaning to where it's moving, so we're packing to move, even though we haven't begun moving yet. But I'd rather we find the house when we come back from vacation and we're already 3/4 packed.
Right.
Senora Kevin.
He was obviously speaking to your wife.
Could have been speaking to the wife. So Bob, I think we should wrap this up.
I mean, I guess we could, if you really wanna.
We want everybody to support us on Patreon so that we can do this full time. And like I said, you know what? In fact, next week we'll even attempt a theme, and we'll determine what the theme is next week instead of trying to pick it now, because I'd hate to have Bob thinking about stuff all week long, and then when we get to the show, he has because he's better on the fly.
Yeah. Let's. Oh, I have an idea. Let's come up with a list of things not to talk about.
Let's not talk about granny panties.
Okay.
Let's not talk about how flies reproduce. Let's not discuss in any way, shape, or form professional hockey. And we will also skip the topic of female hygiene.
But you were. That's like all 4 things I had on my notes here. Never mind. Okay, I'll just start from scratch.
I've seen your feminine hygiene notes, Bob, and they are extensive, and we don't need to discuss that.
Well.
Falcons are losing 20-7.
Oh,
What's that?
Falcons are losing 20-7.
That's harsh.
It is harsh.
You know why? Because you are not rooting hard enough.
Well, no, I'm podcasting is what I'm doing.
Well, and that's understand. I understand. I don't know if your team understands.
They probably don't. They're probably also concerned that I have chosen a second team.
You're a betrayer to your kind.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's all good.
Alrighty. We will see you and Kevin next week at about noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern.
All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Here goes the cat.